this is Cheryl from California, and I just finished reading a book by Og Mandino, The Choice, and I was going to do a little book review. Now, I am a fan of Og Mandino's works, having read a few of his books over the last few months. I'm kind of biased to his writings because he's such a great writer. He kind of draws you into his writings. And I would highly recommend The Choice. Now, The Choice is about a man who actually was at the pinnacle of his career and was making a lot of money and was traveling a lot and was missing a lot of things with his family. And his kids were, growing, and he was feeling like, that he was going to miss too much. And he made a choice that he was going to, follow a completely different path. Now, Og Mandino is the kind of writer that he intertwines a lot of his life into his books. So, great example would be in the book, The Choice. He talks about he had two sons, and in reality he did have two sons. And also he talks about his mom wanted him to be a great writer, and she inspired him, and how his mom had died, when he had graduated from high school, around the time he graduated from high school. So he intertwines all this into his book, and he actually writes this book. It's called A Better Way to Live. Now, when I did my research, I was trying to find out if it was the greatest salesman in the world, which was a book that he sold the most copies, 50 million copies, and translated in all these different languages. But in The Choice, he actually promoted A Better Way to Live, and how at that time it became very famous and outsold books from like Napoleon Hill and Norman Vincent Peale and W. Clement Stone. So he shows how that this book just kind of had a big landslide and went on to be very famous. But he was referring to A Better Way to Live. So he got a lot of fan mail, and he actually dedicated the book to his mother. And he got a lot of fan mail, and at the going on to the end of the book, he had to make another choice, and he was able to make that choice as well. I'm not going to tell you what that was because I want you to read the book. But if you're a fan of Og Mandino, or even if you're not a fan of Og Mandino and you just want to start reading his books, The Choice is a very good book. And then I would recommend A Better Way to Live, which is a book that he spoke about here when he wrote The Choice and he promoted. So, this is Cheryl from California, and I highly recommend The Choice by Og Mandino.